Discussion. Noun, conversation or debate concerning a particular topic. Font. Noun, a receptacle in a church for holy water, especially one used in baptism. Images. Noun, an optical or other representation of a real object. A graphic. A picture. Verb, to represent by an image or symbol. To portray. Deputy. Noun, one appointed as the substitute of another, and empowered to act for them, in their name or their behalf. A substitute in office. Verb, to deputize. Google. Verb, to deliver googlies. Curly. Noun, a person or animal with curly hair. Adjective, having curls. Lengthened. Verb, to make longer, to extend the length of. Head. Noun, the part of the body of an animal or human which contains the brain, mouth and main sense organs. Verb, to be in command of. See also head up. Adjective, of, relating to, or intended for the head. Lab. Noun, a laboratory. Impacted. Verb, to collide or strike, the act of impinging. Adjective, having undergone an impact. Assistance. Noun, aid. Help, the act or result of assisting. Crime. Noun, a specific act committed in violation of the law. Verb, to subject to disciplinary punishment. Hesitate. Verb, to stop or pause respecting decision or action. To be in suspense or uncertainty as to a determination. Grant. Noun, the act of granting, a bestowing or conferring. Concession. Allowance. Permission. Verb, detransitive, to give permission or wish. Bedside. Noun, a position at the side of one's bed. Encouraging. Verb, to mentally support, to motivate, give courage, hope or spirit. Noun, encouragement. Adjective, giving courage, confidence or hope. Additional. Noun, something added. Adjective, supplemental or added to something. Minutes. Noun, a unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Verb, of an event. To write in a memo or the minutes of a meeting. Noun, the official notes kept during a meeting. And. Noun, in rhythm, the second half of a divided beat. Conjunction, as a coordinating conjunction, expressing two elements to be taken together or in addition to each other. End. Noun, the terminal point of something in space or time. Verb, to come to an end. Congratulations. Noun, the act of congratulating. Interjection, expressing praise and approval, expressing approbation. Advantages. Noun, any condition, circumstance, opportunity or means, particularly favorable to success, or to any desired end. Verb, to provide someone with an advantage, to give an edge to. Ceremony. Noun, a ritual with religious or cultural significance. Improves. Verb, to make something better, to increase the value or productivity of something. Joy. Noun, a feeling of extreme happiness or cheerfulness, especially related to the acquisition or expectation of something good. Gym. Noun, a sports facility specialized for lifting weights and exercise. Verb, to go to the gym. Noun, a large room or building for indoor sports. Noun, a sport involving the performance of sequences of movements requiring physical strength, flexibility, and kinesthetic awareness. Cholesterol. Noun, a sterile lipid synthesized by the liver and transported in the bloodstream to the membranes of all animal cells. It plays a central role in many biochemical processes and, as a lipoprotein that coats the walls of blood vessels, is associated with cardiovascular disease. Energetic. Adjective, possessing or pertaining to energy. Expressions. Noun, the action of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. My. Interjection, used to express surprise, shock or amazement. Exactly. Adverb, manner, without approximation, precisely. Interjection, signifies agreement or recognition. Expression, noun, the action of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. Bring, verb, detransitive, to transport toward somebody, somewhere. Invincible, noun, someone or something that cannot be defeated, destroyed or killed. Adjective, impossible to defeat, destroy or kill, too powerful to be defeated or overcome. Inclusion, noun, an addition or annex to a group, set, or total. Academic, noun, usually capitalized, a follower of Plato, a Platonist. Adjective, belonging to the school or philosophy of Plato. Collector, noun, a person who or thing that collects, or which creates or manages a collection. Affectionate, adjective, of a person having affection or warm regard. Loving, fond. Annual, noun, an annual publication, a book, periodical, journal, report, comic book, yearbook, etc., which is published serially once a year, which may or may not be in addition to regular weekly or monthly publication. Adjective, happening once every year. Deployment, noun, an arrangement or classification of things. Fall through, verb, to be unsuccessful, abort, come to nothing, not, to be cancelled, not to proceed. Needle, noun, a fine, sharp implement usually for piercing such as sewing or knitting. Acupuncture, tattooing, body piercing, medical injections, etc. Verb, to pierce with a needle, especially for sewing or acupuncture. Accused, verb, to find fault with, blame, censure. Noun, the person charged with an offense, the defendant in a criminal case. Adjective, having been accused, being the target of accusations. Crowd, noun, a group of people congregated or collected into a close body without order. Verb, to press forward, to advance by pushing. Drums, noun, a percussive musical instrument spanned with a thin covering on at least one end for striking, forming an acoustic chamber, affecting what materials are used to make it. A membranophone, noun, a small hill or ridge of hills. Noun, a social gathering or assembly held in the evening. Baffled, verb, to publicly disgrace, especially of a recreant night. Adjective, thoroughly confused, puzzled. Doorman, noun, a person who holds open the door at the entrance to a building, summons taxicabs, and provides an element of security. In apartment buildings, he also accepts deliveries and may perform certain concierge-type services. Blushed, verb, to become red in the face, and sometimes experience an associated feeling of warmth, especially due to shyness, shame, excitement, or embarrassment. Behind, noun, the rear, back end. Adverb, at the back part, in the rear. Preposition, at the back of, positioned with something else in front of. Maker, noun, someone who makes, a person or thing that makes or produces something. Evaluation, noun, an assessment, such as an annual personnel performance review used as the basis for a salary increase or bonus, or a summary of a particular situation. Filling, verb, to occupy fully, to take up all of. Noun, anything that is used to fill something. Adjective, of food, that satisfies the appetite by filling the stomach. Chat, noun, informal conversation. Verb, to be engaged in informal conversation. Case, noun, an actual event, situation, or fact. Verb, to propose hypothetical cases. Beer, noun, an alcoholic drink fermented from starch material, commonly barley malt, often with hops or some other substance to impart a bitter flavor. Verb, to give beer to someone. Editors, Noun, a person who edits or makes changes to documents. Emotional, adjective, of or relating to the emotions. Fault, noun, a defect, something that detracts from perfection. Verb, to criticize, blame or find fault with something or someone. Criminal, noun, a person who is guilty of a crime, notably breaking the law. Adjective, against the law, forbidden by law. Counter, noun, one who counts. Filtered, verb, to sort, sift, or isolate. Adjective, with a filter, e.g., a cigarette. Moment, noun, a brief, unspecified amount of time. Fixes, noun, a repair or corrective action. Verb, to pierce, now generally replaced by transfix. Measure, noun, a prescribed quantity or extent. Verb, to ascertain the quantity of a unit of material via calculated comparison with respect to a standard. Bluefish, noun, a voracious fish, Pomatomus saltatrix, found in waters of the Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Dialogue, noun, a conversation or other form of discourse between two or more individuals. Verb, to discuss or negotiate so that all parties can reach an understanding. Guarantee, noun, anything that assures a certain outcome. Verb, to give an assurance that something will be done right. Bug, noun, an insect of the order Hemiptera. The true bugs. Verb, to annoy, noun, a microfossil, particularly a foraminiferan. Forgotten, verb, to lose remembrance of. Noun, a person or thing that has been forgotten. Adjective, of which knowledge has been lost, which is no longer remembered. Boys, noun, a young male. Noun, the testicles. Boiler, noun, a person who boils something. Empire, adjective, furniture, following or imitating a style popular during the First French Empire, 1804 to 1814. Noun, a political unit, typically having an extensive territory or comprising a number of territories or nations, especially one comprising one or more kingdoms, and ruled by a single supreme authority. Adjusted, verb, to modify. Adjective, which has been compensated in order to avoid bias. Homeless, adjective, lacking a permanent place of residence. Autumn, noun, traditionally the third of the 4 seasons, when deciduous trees lose their leaves, typically regarded as being from September 24 to December 22 in parts of the Northern Hemisphere, and the months of March, April and May in the Southern Hemisphere. Adjective, of or relating to autumn. Autumnal, boy, noun, a young male. Verb, to use the word boy to refer to someone. Interjection, exclamation of surprise, pleasure or longing. Model, noun, a person who serves as a subject for artwork or fashion, usually in the medium of photography but also for painting or drawing. Verb, to display for others to see, especially in regard to wearing clothing while performing the role of a fashion model. Adjective, worthy of being a model. Exemplary. Griddle, noun, a stone or metal flat plate or surface on which food is fried or baked. Verb, to use a griddle, cook on a griddle. General, noun, a general fact or proposition. A generality. Verb, to lead. Soldiers, as a general. Adjective, including or involving every part or member of a given or implied entity. Whole, etc., as opposed to specific or particular. Adverb, in a general or collective manner or sense. In most cases. Upon the whole. Facts. Noun, something actual as opposed to invented. Apparent. Adjective, capable of being seen, or easily seen. Open to view. Visible to the eye. Eyely. Within sight or view. Felt. Noun, a cloth or stuff made of matted fibers of wool, or wool and fur. Fold or rot into a compact substance by rolling and pressure. With lees or size. without spinning or weaving. Verb, to make into felt, or a felt-like substance. To cause to adhere and mat together. Allocation. Noun, the process or procedure for allocating things, especially money or other resources. Approached. Verb, to come or go near, in place or time, to draw nigh, to advance nearer. Backyard. Noun, a yard to the rear of a house or similar residence. Indicating. Verb, to point out, to discover, to direct to a knowledge of, to show, to make known. Flower. Noun, a colorful, conspicuous structure associated with angiosperms, frequently scented and attracting various insects, and which may or may not be used for sexual reproduction. Verb, to put forth blooms. Crisis. Noun, a crucial or decisive point or situation, a turning point. Introduces. Verb, of people, to cause someone to be acquainted with someone else. Creep. Verb, to move slowly with the abdomen close to the ground. Month. Noun, a period into which a year is divided, historically based on the phases of the moon. Constants. Noun, that which is permanent or invariable. Lazy. Noun, a lazy person. Verb, to laze, act in a lazy manner. Adjective, unwilling to do work or make an effort, disinclined to exertion. Flexible. Noun, something that is flexible. Adjective, capable of being flexed or bent without breaking, able to be turned or twisted without breaking. Hiked. Verb, to take a long walk for pleasure or exercise. Members. Noun, one who officially belongs to a group. Lying. Verb, to rest in a horizontal position on a surface. Verb, to give false information intentionally with intent to deceive. Noun, the act of one who lies, or keeps low to the ground. Kettle. Noun, a vessel for boiling a liquid or cooking food, usually metal and equipped with a lid. Verb, of the police, to contain demonstrators in a confined area. Forms. Noun, heading, physical, to do with shape. Verb, to assume, a certain shape or visible structure. Aunt. Noun, the sister or sister-in-law of one's parent. Bell. Noun, a percussive instrument made of metal or other hard material, typically but not always in the shape of an inverted cup with a flared rim, which resonates when struck. Verb, to attach a bell to. Metaphor. Noun, the use of a word or phrase to refer to something that it is not, invoking a direct similarity between the word or phrase used and the thing described, but in the case of English without the words like or as, since use of those words would imply a simile. The word or phrase used in this way, an implied comparison. Verb, to use a metaphor. Funeral. Noun, a ceremony to honor and remember a deceased person, often distinguished from a memorial service by the presence of the body of the deceased. Adjective, of or relating to a funeral. Excellent. Adjective, having excelled, having surpassed. Adverb, excellently. Filled. Verb, to occupy fully, to take up all of. Adjective, followed by with, that is now full. Humbly. Adverb, in a humble manner. Friendship. Noun, the condition of being friends. Avoided. Verb, to try not to meet or communicate with, a person, to shun. Handicapped. Verb, to encumber with a handicap in any contest. Noun, a disabled person. Adjective, having a handicap. Audiences. Noun, a group of people within hearing. Specifically, a large gathering of people listening to or watching a performance, speech, etc. Newton. Noun, in the international system of units, the derived unit of force. The force required to accelerate a mass of 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second per second. Symbol. N. Accountant. Noun, one who renders account, one accountable. Hormone. Noun, Any substance produced by one tissue and conveyed by the bloodstream to another to affect physiological activity. Verb. To treat with hormones. Lumbering. Noun. The act of one who lumbers. Heavy, clumsy movement. Adjective. Clumsy or awkward. Lick. Noun. The act of licking. A stroke of the tongue. Verb. To stroke with the tongue. Deduce. Verb. To reach a conclusion by applying rules of logic to given premises. Gaps. Noun. An opening in anything made by breaking or parting. Verb. To notch. As a sword or knife. Noun. An elected head of a Gawag in Bhutan. Leaving. Verb. To have a consequence or remnant. Verb. To give leave to. Allow. Permit. Let. Grant. Verb. To produce leaves or foliage. Verb. To raise. To levy. Beans. Noun. A reusable software component written in Java. Noun. Any plant of several genera of the taxonomic family Fabaceae that produces large edible seeds or edible seed pods. Verb. To hit deliberately with a projectile, especially in the head. Noun. Urban. Pills. Drugs in pill form. Exported. Verb. To carry away. Grew. Verb. To become larger, to increase in magnitude. 19. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 18 and before 20. Represented in Roman numerals as 19 and in Arabic numerals as 19. It is the last, largest of the teens. Million. Numeral, long and short scales. The cardinal number 1,000,000 to 106, 1,000,000. Bikes. Noun. A vehicle that has two wheels. One behind the other. A steering handle. And a saddle seat or seats and is usually propelled by the action of a rider's feet upon pedals. Verb. To ride a bike. Noun. A hive of bees. Or a nest of wasps. Hornets. Or ants. Noun. A motorcycle. Noun. A local woman who is sexually promiscuous. Coordinate. Noun. A number representing the position of a point along a line, arc, or similar one-dimensional figure. Verb. To synchronize. Activities. Adjective. Of the same rank. Equal. Foggy. Adjective. Obscured by mist or fog. Unclear. Hazy. Deprecated. Verb. To belittle or express disapproval of. Adjective. Strongly disapproved of. Mandarin. Noun. A high government bureaucrat of the Chinese Empire. Adjective. Pertaining to or reminiscent of mandarins. Deliberately superior or complex. Esoteric. Highbrow. Obscurantist. Noun. A perching duck that has a red bill. Large white crescent above the eye and reddish face. Ex galericulata. Interjection. Chiefly internet slang. Used as a filler response when one does not have a response to use. Almost always used by itself. Lying. Verb. To rest in a horizontal position on a surface. Verb. To give false information intentionally with intent to deceive. Noun. The act of one who lies. Or keeps low to the ground. Movements. Noun. Physical motion between points in space. Neither. Adverb. Similarly not. Pronoun. Not either one of two. Conjunction. Not either. Used with nor. Centimeter. Noun. An SI unit of length equal to 10 to 2 meters. Symbol. cm. Mentions. Noun. A speaking or notice of anything. Usually in a brief or cursory manner. Used especially in the phrase make mention of. Verb. To make a short reference to something. Employer. Noun. A person, firm or other entity which pays for or hires the services of another person. Among. Preposition. Denotes a mingling or intermixing with distinct or separable objects. See usage note at amidst. Lamp. Noun. A device that generates heat, light or other radiation, especially an electric light bulb. Verb. To hit, clout, belt, Wallop. Application. Noun, the act of applying or laying on, in a literal sense. Answers. Noun, a response or reply, something said or done in reaction to a statement or question. Verb, to make a reply or response to. Dizzy. Verb, to make dizzy, to bewilder. Adjective, having a sensation of whirling, with a tendency to fall. Giddy, feeling unbalanced or lightheaded. Civilization. Noun, an organized culture encompassing many communities, often on the scale of a nation or a people. A stage or system of social, political or technical development. Proper noun, collectively, those people of the world considered to have a high standard of behavior and, or a high level of development. Commonly subjectively used by people of one society to exclusively refer to their society, or their elite subgroup, or a few associated societies, implying all others, in time or geography or status, as something less than civilized, as savages or barbarians. Cf. Refinement. Elitism. Civilized society. The civilized world. Challenging. Verb, to invite someone to take part in a competition. Noun, the act of making a challenge. Adjective, difficult, hard to do, missing. Verb, to fail to hit. Noun, a value that is missing. Adjective, not able to be located, gone, misplaced. Nonsense. Noun, letters or words, in writing or speech, that have no meaning or pattern or seem to have no meaning. Verb, to make nonsense of. Adjective, resulting from the substitution of a nucleotide in a sense codon, causing it to become a stop codon, not coding for an amino acid. Interjection, an emphatic rejection of something one has just heard and does not believe or agree with. Musical. Noun, a stage performance, show or film that involves singing, dancing and musical numbers performed by the cast as well as acting. Adjective, of, belonging or relating to music, or to its performance or notation. Knit. Noun, a knitted garment. Verb, to turn thread or yarn into a piece of fabric by forming loops that are pulled through each other. This can be done by hand with needles or by machine. Divided. Verb, to split or separate something into two or more parts. Adjective, separated or split into pieces. Contact. Noun, the act of touching physically, being in close association. Verb, to touch, to come into physical contact with. Foot. Noun, a biological structure found in many animals that is used for locomotion and that is frequently a separate organ at the terminal part of the leg. Verb, to use the foot to kick, usually a ball. Moisture. Noun, that which moistens or makes damp or wet, exuding fluid, liquid in small quantity. Liner. Noun, someone who fits a lining to something. Felt. Noun, a cloth or stuff made of matted fibers of wool, or wool and fur, fold or rot into a compact substance by rolling and pressure, with lees or size, without spinning or weaving. Verb, to make into felt, or a felt-like substance, to cause to adhere and mat together. Horn. Noun, a hard growth of keratin that protrudes from the top of the head of certain animals. Usually paired. Verb, of an animal, to assault with the horns. Describe. Verb, to represent in words. Journal. Noun, a diary or daily record of a person, organization, vessel, etc. Daybook. Verb, to archive or record something. Adjective, daily. Accountability. Noun, the state of being accountable. Liability to be called on to render an account. Accountableness. Responsible for. Answerable for. Congressman. Noun, a male member of Congress. Hide. Verb, to put something in a place where it will be harder to discover or out of sight. Considered. Verb, to think about seriously. Adjective, having been carefully thought out. Champion. Noun. An ongoing winner in a game or contest. Verb. To promote, advocate, or act as a champion for a cause, etc. Adjective. Acting as a champion that has defeated all one's competitors. Load. Noun. A burden, a weight to be carried. Verb. To put a load on or in a means of conveyance or a place of storage. Glare. Noun. An intense, blinding light. Verb. To stare angrily. Adjective. Of ice. Smooth and bright or translucent. Glary. Dentist. Noun. A medical doctor who specializes in dentistry. Lead. Noun. A heavy, pliable, inelastic metal element, having a bright, bluish color, but easily tarnished. Both malleable and ductile, though with little tenacity. It is easily fusible, forms alloys with other metals, and is an ingredient of solder and type metal. Atomic number 82, symbol Pb, from Latin plumbum. Verb. To cover, fill, or affect with lead. Brings. Verb. Detransitive, to transport toward somebody, somewhere. Goes. Noun. The act of going. Verb. To move. Horseman. Noun. A man who rides a horse. Developing. Verb. To change with a specific direction. Progress. Noun. A process of development. Adjective. In the process of development. Comes. Verb. To move from further away to nearer to. Joy. Noun. A feeling of extreme happiness or cheerfulness, especially related to the acquisition or expectation of something good. Idealize. Verb. To regard something as ideal. Homemaker. Noun. A person who maintains the administration and upkeep of his or her residence, especially one who is not employed outside the home. One who runs the household. Declaration. Noun. A written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Arrangement. Noun. The act of arranging. Horizon. Noun. The visible horizontal line or point, in all directions, that appears to connect the earth to the sky. Dreams. Noun. Imaginary events seen in the mind while sleeping. Verb. To see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Chin. Noun. The bottom of a face. Specifically, the typically jutting jawline below the mouth. Verb. To talk. Exercising. Verb. To exert for the sake of training or improvement. To practice in order to develop. Noun. The act by which something is exercised. Lyricist. Noun. A person who writes the lyrics of a song. Confused. Verb. To puzzle, perplex, baffle, bewilder somebody. Adjective. Of a person, unable to think clearly or understand. Fixtures. Noun. Something that is fixed in place, especially a permanent appliance or other item of personal property that is considered part of a house and is sold with it. Compare fitting, furnishing. Anchorman. Noun. The main host of a television or radio program, particularly one relating to the broadcast of news. Grandma. Noun. Grandmother. Appearing. Verb. To come or be in sight. To be in view. To become visible. Noun. Appearance. Act of coming into view. Grocery. Noun. Usually groceries, retail foodstuffs and other household supplies. Verb. To go grocery shopping. Lower. Adjective. Situated close to, or even below, the ground or another normal reference plane. Not high or lofty. Adverb. Close to the ground. Verb. To let descend by its own weight. As something suspended. To let down. Botanical. Noun. Something derived from a botanical, especially herbal, source. Adjective. Of or pertaining to botany. Relating to the study of plants. Honor. Noun. Recognition of importance or value. Respect. Veneration. Of someone, usually for being morally upright or successful. Verb. To think of highly. to respect highly, to show respect for, to recognize the importance or spiritual value of. High. Noun. A high point or position, literally or figuratively. An elevated place. A superior region. A height. The sky. Heaven. Verb. To rise. Adjective. Very elevated. Extending or being far above a base. Tall. Lofty. Adverb. In or to an elevated position. Cries. Noun. A shedding of tears. The act of crying. Verb. To shed tears, to weep. Ear. Noun. The organ of hearing, consisting of the pinna, auditory canal, eardrum, malleus, incus, stapes and cochlea. Verb. To take in with the ears. To hear. Coat. Noun. An outer garment covering the upper torso and arms. WP. Verb. To cover with a coating of some material. Compiler. Noun. One who compiles. Collected. Verb. To gather together. Amass. Adjective. Gathered together. Confrontational. Adjective. Pertaining to a confrontation, characterized by, or given to initiating hostile encounter. In your face. Allow. Verb. To grant, give, admit, accord, afford, or yield. To let one have. Finish. Noun. An end. The end of anything. Verb. To complete something. Audience. Noun. A group of people within hearing. Specifically, a large gathering of people listening to or watching a performance, speech, etc. Findings. Noun. A result of research or an investigation. Noun. Small tools and materials used by artisans and craftsmen. Borrows. Noun. Deviation of the path of a rolling ball from a straight line. Slope. Slant. Verb. To receive something from somebody temporarily, expecting to return it. Noun. A ransom. A pledge or guarantee.